Just recently, the U.S. Department of Energy set a world record with a hydrogen-powered truck that traveled a staggering 1,806 miles on a single refueling. That's right, no stops, no emissions, and a glimpse into the future of clean transportation. But hydrogen's impact isn't limited to trucks. It's being used in cars, buses, planes, and even data centers. Now today, let's look into how this achievement fits into the broader landscape of hydrogen fuel cells, their applications across industries, and global economic trends driving this technology forward. All of this on today's Hydrogen Podcast. So the big questions in the energy industry today are: how is hydrogen the primary driving force behind the evolution of energy? Where is capital being deployed for hydrogen projects globally? And where are the best investment opportunities for early adopters who recognize the importance of hydrogen? I will address the critical issues and give you the information you need to deploy capital. Those are the questions that will unlock the potential of hydrogen, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Paul Rodden, and welcome to the Hydrogen Podcast. And let's start with that big headline. The U.S. Department of Energy's hydrogen-powered truck traveled 1,806 miles on a single refueling, setting a world record. This is an incredible feat that underscores the potential of hydrogen fuel cells to solve one of the biggest challenges in alternative fuels: range anxiety. For years, skeptics have pointed to the limited range of electric and alternative fuel vehicles as a barrier to widespread adoption, particularly in industries like freight and logistics. But this achievement proves that hydrogen can offer a sustainable solution without compromising range or efficiency. And so for context, 1,806 miles is equivalent to driving from New York City to Houston, Texas without refueling. This capability is a game changer for long-haul trucking, a sector that contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emissions. Traditional diesel trucks are not only major polluters, but also expensive to operate and maintain. Hydrogen-powered trucks, by contrast, emit only water vapor and have fewer moving parts, which could reduce maintenance costs in the long run. This record also demonstrates the reliability and scalability of hydrogen fuel cells. The trucking industry, which relies on fast refueling and uninterrupted long-distance travel, stands to benefit enormously. It's not hard to imagine a future where fleets of hydrogen-powered trucks crisscross the country delivering goods without polluting the air. But quickly, for those of you that don't know how a hydrogen fuel cell works, let's do a deep dive into that technology. Hydrogen fuel cells operate by combining hydrogen and oxygen in an electrochemical reaction to produce electricity, with water vapor as the only byproduct. So unlike traditional combustion engines, which burn fuel to create energy, fuel cells generate electricity directly, making them far more efficient. And here's why this matters. Hydrogen fuel cells are unique in their ability to scale across a variety of applications. Unlike batteries, which require lengthy recharging times, hydrogen fuel cells can be refueled in minutes, making them ideal for vehicles that need to get back on the road quickly. They also offer longer ranges than most battery electric vehicles, making them a practical option for long-haul transportation, public transit, and emergency services. Another advantage of hydrogen is its energy density. Hydrogen contains more energy per unit of weight than traditional fuels like gasoline or diesel. This high energy density is why hydrogen is being explored for heavy-duty applications, including trucks, ships, and airplanes. But hydrogen isn't just for trucks. It's becoming a major player in transportation across the board. In the automotive sector, companies like BMW are betting big on hydrogen, with plans to launch hydrogen-powered cars by 2028. These vehicles will cater to drivers looking for an alternative to battery electric vehicles, particularly in regions where charging infrastructure is limited or non-existent. Public transport is another area where hydrogen is making waves. Cities around the world are deploying hydrogen-powered buses, which offer a cleaner and quieter alternative to traditional diesel buses. These buses are particularly valuable in urban areas where air quality and noise pollution are pressing concerns. In London, for example, hydrogen buses are already part of the city's public transit fleet, and in other cities in Europe and Asia are following suit. Rail systems are also turning to hydrogen. In Germany, hydrogen-powered trains are replacing diesel locomotives on non-electrified tracks. These trains emit no pollutants and are much quieter than their diesel counterparts, improving the passenger experience while reducing environmental impact. Even the maritime and aviation industries are exploring hydrogen. Hydrogen-powered boats and submarines are in development, and companies like Airbus are working on hydrogen-fueled aircraft. These advancements could significantly reduce emissions in sectors that have traditionally been among the hardest to decarbonize. And while transportation gets much of the attention, hydrogen's potential extends far beyond vehicles. One of the most exciting applications is in data centers. These facilities, which power everything from cloud computing to streaming services, are notoriously energy intensive. By using hydrogen fuel cells, data centers can reduce their carbon footprint while ensuring a reliable power supply. And let's just take a little bit of a deeper look into hydrogen use in data centers. Several leading companies are already integrating hydrogen fuel cells into their data centers, setting a new standard for clean energy in the industry. Microsoft is one of the most high-profile examples. In 2024, the company announced the successful testing of a prototype hydrogen fuel cell system that could provide emissions-free backup power to its data centers. This 3-megawatt fuel cell system could power around 10,000 servers without releasing a single harmful emission into the atmosphere. Microsoft's goal is to eliminate diesel-powered backup systems, which are currently used for emergency power in data centers, and replace them with cleaner, more efficient hydrogen alternatives. This initiative aligns with Microsoft's broader commitment to becoming carbon negative by 2030. And then we have ECL, a data center company that is actively working on hydrogen-powered facilities. Their approach integrates fuel cells not just for backup power, but as the primary source of energy for their data centers. This transition to hydrogen is part of their mission to operate with zero emissions and minimal environmental impact. ECL is setting the stage for the future of green data centers, where hydrogen fuel cells play a central role. CoreWeave, as an AI cloud service provider, is also getting on the action. They've partnered with Bloom Energy, a leading hydrogen fuel cell manufacturer, to power their data centers in Illinois with solid oxide fuel cells. These cells can operate on hydrogen or natural gas, making them a flexible and reliable power source. This collaboration is significant because it demonstrates how hydrogen can support not just small-scale, but large-scale data operations, especially in industries with high energy demands like AI. The global market for fuel cells in data centers is expected to reach almost $760 million by 2034, growing at a rate of 15.6%. This trend highlights the growing recognition of hydrogen as a valuable solution for high-demand energy applications. And in industrial settings, hydrogen is being used to decarbonize processes like steel production, which is one of the largest contributors to global CO2 emissions. By replacing coal with hydrogen in these processes, manufacturers can produce steel with a fraction of the environmental impact. And hydrogen is also playing a critical role in energy storage. Excess energy generated by renewable sources like wind and solar can be converted into hydrogen and stored for later use. This capability makes hydrogen an essential component of a stable and reliable energy grid. And the hydrogen fuel cell market is booming. Valued at $5.1 billion in 2024, it's projected to more than double to $11 billion by 2029, with an annual growth rate of approximately 16%. This rapid growth is driven by technological advancements, government incentives, and increasing demand for clean energy solutions. North America currently leads the market thanks to strong investments in research and development and a favorable policy environment. The Inflation Reduction Act in the United States, for example, includes significant subsidies for hydrogen production and infrastructure. Meanwhile, emerging markets in Asia Pacific and Middle East are also experiencing rapid growth, driven by their focus on industrial applications and renewable energy storage. Corporate players are adapting to this evolving landscape. Companies like Fuel Cell Energy are restructuring to focus on core technologies, ensuring they remain competitive in a rapidly changing market. These developments indicate that hydrogen is not just a niche technology, it's becoming a cornerstone of the global energy transition. But despite its promise, hydrogen fuel cell technology faces challenges. The biggest hurdle is infrastructure. While refueling stations are becoming more common in some regions, they are still far from ubiquitous. Expanding this infrastructure will be crucial for the widespread adoption of hydrogen vehicles. And ongoing research and development are needed to improve hydrogen storage and transport. Hydrogen is a lightweight gas, which makes it challenging to store and move efficiently. Innovations in this area will be key to unlocking hydrogen's full potential. All right, that's it for me, everyone. If you have a second, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a good review on whatever platform it is that you listen to. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, YouTube, whatever it is. That would be a tremendous help to the show. And as always, if you ever have any feedback, you're welcome to email me directly at info@thehydrogenpodcast.com. So until next time, keep your eyes up and honor one another.
Hey, this is Paul. I hope you liked this podcast. If you did and want to hear more, I'd appreciate it if you would either subscribe to this channel on YouTube or connect with your favorite platform through my website at www.thehydrogenpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. I very much appreciate it. Have a great day.